We've got the brand new iPad Air 13-inch with us today, and we're just about to unbox it and see what it comes with. One of the biggest changes Apple has made is that it's no longer including those famous stickers in the box, which the company says is to help reduce plastic waste. So if you were hoping for a new sticker, you're going to be a bit disappointed. Here is the Air. It's in a lovely purple colour, which Apple have sent over. I'll just open it up. And that's the lovely 13-inch screen. It's the first time the iPad Air comes in a 13-inch size, as well as the 11-inch model as well. After that, we've got this little box of booklets. This is where the stickers would have been included. Now it is just multiple pictures and tips in different languages for how to use the iPad Air. And then we've got a charging cable as well. In Europe and the UK, you do not get a charger as well. In North America, you do. Instead, when you're in Europe, you just get the cable, and it is a USB 2 cable rather than a full speed one, which is a bit of a shame, I think, because these are expensive bits of kit and it's a bit of a slower data connection. So if we turn on the iPad Air, there we go. And here we go, you can see the nice large screen, which, as I said, is the first time that you've got an iPad Air in this size. One of the other changes is that you might not be able to see, but the FaceTime and the Face ID camera is now at the side when held in portrait mode. But what this means is that when you hold it in landscape mode, which is what a lot of people do when making video calls, the cameras are now at the top, which is a lot more natural feeling. Again, it's a thin design. It's not the thinnest iPad. Now, the iPad Pro 13-inch is now the thinnest iPad you can buy, but still, this is far from bulky. It feels good, feels solid. I do like the colour. That's what you get in the box. So here we have side by side the new iPad Air 13-inch and the new iPad Pro 13-inch. Both of these were launched this month in May 2024, and as you can see, they look from first glance quite similar actually, even though one is almost twice the price of the other. So the iPad Air is the cheaper iPad, and as you can see, it's got a nice large screen, but it's a little bit less vibrant than the screen of the 13-inch iPad Pro. Now, this is because the iPad Pro has a very nice bit of screen tech behind it. It's what Apple calls tandem OLED, which essentially means that there's two OLED panels laid on top of each other, and that helps boost the brightness whilst making sure that there's no problems with image retention and screen burn. So as you can see, it's actually quite a bit more vibrant. These are both set to the full brightness settings. However, it's a bit unfair because this, like I said, the iPad Pro is a lot more expensive. And if you didn't see this side by side, the screen, which is an LCD screen on the iPad Air, is still very nice. And that extra screen size means that you've got, plenty of space to write on, to doodle on. Both of these new iPads support the Apple Pencil Pro, which is the new stylus and has some really nice, quite fancy features. Both of these are compatible, the older iPads aren't. Side by side, lift them up like this, and you should see just how different the size is. The iPad Pro, which is this one here, is noticeably thinner than the iPad Air, which is a bit weird because you would think the iPad Air would be the thinnest and lightest because of the name, but no longer the iPad Pro is. And Apple says that's because of the new M4 chip, which is inside the iPad Pro, which is better at controlling how much heat is produced. It's more energy efficient. The new iPad Air has the M2 chip, which is 2 generations older, but it's still a really good bit of kit. You still find it in quite a few MacBooks, so you're getting very good performance with the iPad Air as well. And here we have the two rear cameras on the new iPads. As you can see, they do look quite different. So there's not been a massive change in the iPad Air 13-inch. With its rear camera, it's a 12 megapixel lens, the same as the one in the new iPad Pro, that's 12 megapixels as well. What is different is that, for a start, the iPad Pro no longer has an ultra-wide camera. So that has been dropped, which a few people have been annoyed by. And what The little camera here is, the lens there, that is a LiDAR sensor really. So what that does is it helps with spatial photos, depth perception. The iPad Air does not have that. And Apple has said that the LiDAR sensor will actually help with ultra-wide shots. And so Apple argues that you won't miss the ultra-wide camera on the iPad Pro. I'm not too sure about that. I think a dedicated lens is still going to look a lot better. But specs-wise, you'll be surprised really that iPad Air isn't too far off if you don't mind dropping the LiDAR support, which is a bit niche. So, will you spend this kind of money for a very expensive iPad Pro, or would you go for the more affordable iPad Air? Let us know in the comments below.